We already use SwiftUI's @fetchRequest property wrapper to load core data information and present that inside our list right here. But with only a little bit more work, we can also get swipe to delete and a dedicated edit done button. Now, as with regular arrays, this means attaching an onDeleteBefore modifier to our for each. But rather than just removing items from the array, we instead must find each of the requested objects inside our fetch request, and then delete that from the managed object context. And then when all objects are deleted, we call save to write our changes out to persistent storage. Otherwise, they won't be there next time the app runs. So start by making a new method in content view, func delete books @offsets and index set. Inside here, we're going to loop over every one of the offsets we were given. So for offset in offsets. We want to find this thing inside our books. So we'll say this book is equal to books, our whole fetch request at that offset. And our book is the actual object they want to get rid of. We can say mock.delete that book. Delete it from the in-memory storage. And after that, we'll say, after the loop, try ? mock.save to write those changes out to persistent storage. Now you can trigger that by attaching an onDeleteBefore modifier to the for each right here, this thing here. Remember, onto the for each, not onto the list. So we'll say onDeleteBefore delete books, like that. And that'll get us swipe to delete. But then we can go one better. We can add an extra edit done button. Now we already have a toolbar item here in the trailing position. We'll add another one in the leading position as well. So we'll say there is a toolbar item here with a placement of .navigation bar leading. And that is just an edit button like that. I recommend, by the way, just for testing purposes, just go ahead and comment out this call to mock.save. So it pretends to delete it, but isn't there next time. Otherwise, you're going to add and delete and add and delete and add and delete again. Go ahead and press Command R. Hopefully now we can try and pretend to delete the Lord of the Rings. There it is. I can press Edit. There we go. Done again. Or swipe to delete and press Done, and it'll go away. But it's commented out. So when I press Command R next time, it's changed it in memory, but not in persistent storage. So it's still there the next time it runs.